So our next speaker, oh goodness, I can't say enough about this man. Seriously. He is one person that cares about relationship, and he gives his all. You can tell, he's a coach, which is so key. I love coaches because they put so much, just like teachers, they put so much into children, into bringing them up, raising them up. This man is all about care. You can tell when a coach cares about the person more than the sport itself, because it all filters out eventually in that person. If you care about a person and you're a coach, it ends up coming out in that person because they know they can feel it. So I can't say enough about Coach Serge. We love to call him Coach Serge. I can't say enough about him. He also recently is very humble. He just recently got promoted as Department Chair of Student Services at St. Patrick High School here in Chicago. But we know him as Coach Serge. He's a basketball coach. I'm just going to let you take it away, Coach.
Thanks, Toyin. Before I kind of get into myself, I first, congratulations to the class of 2020. And really, if we could just take a second and just give a round of applause to the three speakers before me, Janet, Sabrina, and Alina. Can we just give them a nice round of applause real quick? I mean, that was awesome. That was tremendous. That was so tremendous. I'm a little mad at Toyin for putting me behind. I don't know how to follow up those speakers, So Toyin, we're going to have a conversation afterwards. So as Toyin said, hey, I'm a basketball coach. Basketball is, I don't know a lot of things. I know a lot about basketball, okay? But basketball has opened up so many doors for me. And it's really, I never knew I wanted to be a school counselor. I never at 15, 16, 17, 18 years old, I never said, hey, I want to be a school counselor. But it was basketball and coaching right after high school at the age of 18 that, coaching at 18, 19, and 20, and I'm coaching. And all of a sudden, I just, I like kids. I understand kids. I like high schoolers. I like working with those guys. I really get them. They get me. And now, 10 years forward, I'm 29 and a department chair. I'm so honored and humbled. I have my platform to make that difference. So kind of moving forward, basketball is really what opened the doors. And I think my message to the class of 2020 and other students and everybody here, what I want you guys to do, if you guys can, just get a pen, write this down, or maybe even take a mental note. The first thing I want you to write down is called getting involved. Get involved, right? Now, here's what I mean by get involved. Get involved with sports, right? Get involved with clubs, get involved with the school community, get involved with the club. Get involved with something that's maybe your strength. Get involved with something that maybe it's something you're really passionate about. Okay, so get involved. And this is a short, quick story about me, but I'm 19 years old, early college student. And, I'm kind of just hanging out, watching a movie. And the movie that I was watching was called Yes Man by Jim Carrey. And this was a life-changing moment for me. Yes Man. And short story, hey, Jim Carrey's, he's working his 9-to-5 job. He's bored. He's depressed. All of a sudden he comes near a friend and he says, hey, why don't you just start saying yes to everything, And all of a sudden in the movie, Jim Carrey, he just starts saying yes to everything. He meets a girl. He's living his life to the fullest. He's doing stuff that he never thought he'd be doing. And I took that advice from the movie. I took that concept from the movie. And I told myself, Serge, hey, say yes for 1 year. Say yes to every coaching opportunity you can get. Okay. And I said yes to everything. So I'm a basketball coach. I somehow ended up coaching football, which I never, ever played football. I coached football for like 1 year. I was coaching 5 and 6 years old up in Glenview, Illinois. I mean, I just said yes to everything. Okay. I said yes to everything. And that opened so many doors for me. Okay. So say yes. Don't be afraid to say yes to an opportunity. You never turn an I like to tell people this, you never turn an opportunity down to get better. Okay. You never turn an opportunity down. For 1 year, I said yes to every opportunity I could. So get involved, right? And with getting involved, it means you don't be afraid to say yes to stuff that you might not be used to. Okay. Second thing I want you to take a moment of is staying involved. And here's what I mean by staying involved. Staying involved means, all right, you're in the club. All right. You find your club, you find your niche. All right. You're involved with the sport. Maybe it's an intramural sport at college, or maybe it's a debate club. Get involved, get experience with working with other people from different backgrounds, whether it's from culturally, social, economically, but stay involved. You know, leadership is action, not a position. Okay. Getting involved, staying involved. What staying involved makes, what helps you do is you improve your interpersonal skills. All of a sudden, you know how to talk to somebody that's maybe different than you. Okay. Being involved with the club or a sport brings you to somebody that you may not have grown up used to being around. Okay. Other thing about staying involved, your confidence boost gets up. Okay. Working with people, you're involved, you're talking, you're mingling, you're working on projects, your confidence is now up. And the last thing, one of the common themes you've been kind of hearing is networking. And networking is so important. And, you know, getting to know people. And I always, I like to say a lot of things. And one of the things everybody knows, it's who you know, and I think that's good. It's who you know, but you know what? I think more importantly, it's about who knows you. Okay. Not who you know, it's who knows you. Okay. Because I think one of the best feelings is when somebody calls you like, hey, this is the right job for you. I know you. Hey, can you do this? There's this position open. I think you'd be great. I think that's a better feeling of, hey, you know what? They know you instead of you knowing them. So network. It's not who you know, it's who knows you. Put yourself out there. Label yourself before people label you. That's what I always tell yourself. Again, it kind of goes with Alina's, concept of the I, of identity. So network, now who you know, it's who knows you. And the last thing I like for, take the mental note of is so we have get involved plus staying involved. And then after that, it's your life evolves. And here's what I mean by your life evolves. You feel a sense of accomplishment when you're involved with something. Okay, when you're involved with something, you just have a better sense of accomplishment. You feel good. You feel better. You feel like you have the platform for change and embrace change and grow yourself as an individual. And the second thing is you have a sense of feeling of belongingness. I mean, we all want to feel part of something, right? I mean, we all want to we all want to be wanted in some capacity, and getting involved and staying involved allows you to feel like that. Your life changes, your life evolves. And the last thing, and this is kind of with Toyin, and we're kind of all brought the guest speakers here, is the people you meet when you're involved. I think there's something more beautiful than making a new friend, making a new connection. So sense of accomplishment, sense of belongingness, okay? And just meeting somebody new that you can kind of keep in your mind and have that new relationship with, it's a sense of beauty in the way I like to explain it. So I just thank you for the speakers kind of before, Toyin, and thank you for having me here.
Thank you so much, Coach Serge. Seriously, I'm going to brag a little bit because I can tell you that if not for Coach Serge, Andrew might not have gone to St. Patrick High School. Coach Serge is awesome. And we're going to state, yeah, right? Basketball state. But seriously, he said a lot of important things, about being involved, getting involved, networking, and your life will evolve. That's really why this summit is here. And I didn't plan this. All the speakers didn't plan this together. They didn't sit together in a room to plan it, but everything is connecting and making sense. So thank you. Thank you so much for that. And there are also opportunities. That helps me tell you about the opportunities that we have in the Stellar Chicago Center. There are so many clubs listed while you were registering that, you know what, even if you can't be outside, you can do stuff virtually. So there's so many things. There's a book club, there's the entrepreneurs club, there's a music club, movie club. There's so many clubs. So even if you didn't register, go back and look at all those things and you see that there's so much to offer. It's very important to be involved because when we are going to school, we're not only learning education, we're not only learning the education part about the math and the English and the biology, we're also learning social skills. And that puts together the whole person. It brings together the whole person.